Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second semi-final of today, and previously it was versus Too Easy Gaming, and you know, Too Easy Gaming actually won that pretty.
They actually played against Team Fidato, and by the way, this is me, Tango, also known as Sriram Vishal, and we've got.
Well, this is Old Bear, your friendly neighborhood, and you know, we are gonna be back with another exciting game between Team Invictus and Team Iyati. From Mumbai actually, and Team Invictus, they have also been known to be really...
You know, they have been one of the favorites right from the start of this tournament, and if you're actually wondering about their lineup, we actually see Ace, who used to be a member of this team before when he used to play the LANs and all of that, and he makes his return to this team after a long time, I would say, and I'm really pumped up to see how this game is going to go on, because you know, they are one of the favorites, like I said, from the start of the tournament. And speaking of Iyati, we have Slots, Bullet, UN, as well as Veerabhadra, and I guess the fifth is yet to connect, and so this is actually, this is not actually going to be like the previous game. So I'm expecting a lot of flair and fire in this game, and I hope it is. I hope it lives up to its expectation as well.
And Tango, mind me asking, but do you think this game, these teams in particular, are they kind of evenly matched?
I really wouldn't say that they are evenly matched, but then I can actually see Iyati giving a good fight to them, even if they fail to beat them. I would say like they would go down with the fight to be the minimum, I would say.
So Team Invictus is being vastly favored by a lot of people who are going to be watching this tournament. But as my friend right here just said, Team Iyati, has what it takes to give a really good fight, if not maybe even take the game from Invictus' nose. And let's see if it's going to be standing up to that standard right here. We have for Team Invictus, we have Blackhawk, Binary Bug, Manan, Ribbies, and Right to Ace, you know, the guy who you were hyping up so much about.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen him play as well, so I really want to see how it's going to pan out for Team Invictus, because I really hope it doesn't go on like you know, the previous game which we actually saw between Team Fudato as well as Too Easy Gaming, where it was, you know, it was a damn squib, I would say, going on. Too Easy going on to win 16-5 if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, and Too Easy Gaming, they just proved what exactly is a difference between a team which has that sort of standard in communication between them, and a team which does not, you know, really utilize their utilities well, which I am talking about Team Potato, because you saw them right there. They had a lot of utilities being bought in every round, but they just failed to use them optimally, and that actually, in my opinion, that was why they lost that game.
I mean, I wouldn't just attribute that to just about the utilities and all of that, but they weren't able to execute their plans probably because they are going to go on, and they do actually try to, you know, initiate it pretty well, but then it all ends up really going on haywire when it goes on to execution while it's in the round. As you saw in the previous match, we saw a lot of mid control, you know, we saw a lot of battles in mid between Too Easy as well as Team Fudato, and there were a lot of there were a lot of instances where Team Fudato came on as the victor of that battle, but then they were not able to, you know, use that to their advantage, and that was, you know, that was the difference between both these teams.
That was the thin line between who is determined to be the winner and the loser. And let's see how exactly Team Invictus and Team Iyati are going to be faring out against each other. And as you said, Team Iyati are, you know, expected to put up a really good fight versus Team Invictus, but clearly Team Invictus are the favorites in this tournament. And you see the warm-up phase right here. We are still waiting for the last person for Team Iyati to join. And I've actually honestly seen a little bit of both of these teams' games. Team Iyati, to be exact, I have not followed Team Invictus personally, but I do think that
I mean, I really feel, you know, I really feel they are, you know, equal in terms of on paper. I mean, I wouldn't really stress that, because I always feel that, you know, the amount of teamwork between both these teams are on par. But in terms of their
reputation, maybe
not just reputation, in terms of their you know, their form as well as their you know, their results prior to this matchup, I would actually rate Team Invictus more than that, I would say.
Alright then, we are gonna be seeing it go live pretty soon, because the fifth player for Team Iyati actually joined, and this is gonna be Bond F. And let's see how this is going to be going on, because this is going to be one of the most exciting games of today. This, ladies and gentlemen, is NESC 2018, and this is the second semi-final between Team Iyati and Team Invictus.
And not to mention, the winners of this game are going to face Too Easy Gaming in the grand final, and that is, you know, that is another cracker of a contest if this is going to pan out pretty well for both these teams. And let's see actually how both these teams are gonna, you know, really strat it up, and how they're going to think, because this is a really good matchup. And you know, as you know, Team Invictus' you know, IGL. It's been missing for a long time in the local scene.
The wild card Ace right here, not being seen in the scene, as my friend Tango just said, but suddenly just pops out of nowhere. And let's see how exactly he's going to be faring out in this team, because I believe Ace has not played with Team Invictus as long as he has played with other teams.
I mean, not really, but there was a little break between, I mean, back when he was playing for Invictus, and then he moved on to you know, to more opportunities in SEA, and that really worked on pretty well for him as well. So and he played for Entity and Eternal as well. So there has been a long gap between you know, Team Invictus and coming back to this team again. So I feel like, I think not all love is lost for him, so I guess this is going to be really, it's going to be pretty interesting, I would say.
Well, Team Iyati, I wanted to talk about something in particular, and that is about the choice of map. Inferno, one of the most played maps in competitive CSGO, right up there with Keish and Mirage right there. And I think that I want your opinion, Mr. Tango, because this
Oh,
give
so
us give us
you're
a prediction on who is going to be having the advantage if they go to the CT or the
I
T
mean,
side respectively.
I'd actually, try to stick on to the T side if I'm going to win the knife, because I always believe that, whatever start. Oh, it looks to us if. Oh my God, Binary Bug has been, he's been swiped by his own teammate, and I think how is it going to pan out? I just have to look and watch, because we have seen the knives coming out there from both these teams, and now all of a sudden it's going to be a 2v2, and Bullet's going to be taken down there, and all of a sudden it's now a 1v1, and Blackhawk is going to win the knife round for Team Invictus. And as I said, as I was actually saying, I really want to start out as the terrorist side, because I believe that as long as you're putting up a good score in T's, you can actually try to get that running when you are going to go for the round switch. And as we see, we are going to see Team Invictus going to go on to play the CTs.
Well, and Team Invictus do have that advantage over Team Yeti just because they beat them in the knife round, maybe. Just that little bit of an edge for them, showing the dominance, asserting their dominance. And Team Yeti, their response is having one player maybe disconnect. It might not be it might just be a coincidence. It's certainly not unrelated, but we are a lot which love drama, and maybe I'm going to be writing it out in my blog saying that, okay, once Team Invictus won the knife round, one player from Team Iyati just left.
Oh, so it's like you just want it to be, more of entertainment. So
yeah, I mean, masala is what the Indian CSGO scene is kind of known for, and that is also something which we enjoy. And let's see how that is going to pan out for them. But talking in serious notes, Team Iyati's fifth player has disconnected.
I guess some issue is going on there for Team Iyati's fifth player. And for the people who are just watching us right now, this is the NESC 2018, and the winners of this tournament, winners of this qualifier, are going to represent India at the IESF tournament at Kaohsiung.
And the winner of this match in particular are going to be facing against Too Easy Gaming, who in the previous game dominated with a 16 and 5 score. I mean, that is not a scoreline of a team which you want to play up against, but they will have to play against them nonetheless, the winners of this game.
So what do you think? Who's going to win, and what do you think is going to be the scoreline?
Well, as you said, the terrorist side, when you perform really well in the terrorist side, you believe that even if during the team switch, you will be able to perform like marginally better
I get the point,
in the
like,
CT side.
You mean to say that, like, you're just echoing what I said, like, the more number of rounds you are going to win on the T side, that is going to be.
And I do believe that the terrorist side have that little bit of an advantage going towards the A side, actually, because you just assume the pub strat for most of the Inferno map is just rush into B, rush B, suka blyat. But that might not be the case, because Team Iyati, having played, are going to be playing in the terrorist side, and they will have that little bit of an advantage going towards the A side from second mid or maybe even mid. And if they just use their utilities right and make sure they block off a long and do a lot of these executes with their utilities, I do believe they will have the significant advantage and will be able to put out a really good fight against Team Invictus.
I mean, yes, it's all about us just waiting and watching to see what is going to happen. So I'm really pumped up for this.
Okay, it seems as though the administrator of this game has confirmed that the last guy of Team Iyati is going to be coming up soon. I assume he has some technical issues, so we will be right back in. Yeah, I guess he is going to be coming back pretty soon, around 1 minute, I guess. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, strap on your seatbelts, and grab yourself some popcorn, because we are going to be seeing a game of CSGO. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The fifth player for Team Iyati has joined, Bond F, and I hope he does not have issues to attend to later on. And we are going to be getting into round number 1 of the game of CSGO between Invictus and Team Iyati. And you know, we are going to be seeing the buys coming out for Team Invictus. 3 armors being bought, 1 diffuse kit, and it seems as though Binary Bug is not going to be buying anything right now, maybe saving it up for utilities. No, he is going to shut my mouth and get himself a suit of armor. And let's see what Team Iyati has got. Just running down with clocks, 2 armor, 1 decoy grenade, and just waiting for...
I mean, there's another timeout coming out there from Team Iyati. I guess this should be a tactical one, probably. I mean, it's too early for one, but then what else? Like, I'm pretty much hyped up.
Hey, we lost the knife round. We need to gather up our strats for whatever this is going to be happening next. Maybe that is what Iyati is thinking. Well, you know, that would be kind of nice. And the freeze time is going to get cancelled out right now. The pause is being done, and we are going to go on to the first round of this game between Invictus and Iyati in the second semi-final of NESC 2018. And the winners of NESC 2018 of the Indian qualifiers are going to represent, be the flag bearers of the Indian colors over here at Kaohsiung, where the 10th. The Esports World Cup is going to happen. World Championship is going to happen, which is hosted by IESF, and I'm really pumped out for that. And I guess all the players are as well. And which is why they are Final Four. And as we are going to go on to the first round of this game, we see a B push coming out there from Iyati as Juven is going to take down the first kill. He's going to take the opening frag, and Ribby is going to go down as well. And we see a guy at CT, but then Manan is going to get taken down by Juven, and the bomb is going to get planted right now. And it's now a 5v2 in favor of Team Iyati. And Juven is going to take down another as well. And Binary Bug is the last guy alive. He's going to take down Veerbhadra. Probably he can take on Juven as well, but I think Juven is going to take him down, while Bullet is going to go and try to sandwich Binary Bug, and successfully he does that. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, winners of the first round of this game. It's going to be Iyati 1-0. And that was, you know, a quick round and a quick execute onto B by Team Iyati. They just rushed with four players, and they just had one guy watching maybe if there are going to be any flanks coming in. But sadly, Invictus did not do that. They just rotated from CD spawn, and that just resulted in Juven and Bullet just wrecking.
They actually demolished their defense over there, and which, you know, enabled them to go and make the plant really quick. And we actually see a couple of AKs coming out there from Team Iyati in form of Bullet as well as Slots, and while Juven as well as Bonif and Veerbhadra are going to go on to SMGs, 1 Mac-10 as well as 2 UMPs coming out there, while the Team Invictus are going to go on to pistols, 4 CZs as well as a Deagle, and the boost, Blackhawk is actually at boost right now, so but then it doesn't seem like Team Iyati are going to go on.
It seems the effort to get a boost done is not going to be paying off well for them, because it seems as though Team Iyati might be pushing towards A, but we can't say that for sure because the bomb is still in mid, and we are going to be seeing 3 people guarding over at mid right here. Ace is going to be playing quads right here. He's going to be rotating towards A short, just going to be looking and seeing if there are going to be any people over at abs. And let's see, it seems as though
he's actually waiting at site, trying to see if there's any push coming out there, while we still have Team Iyati's players watching the backstab as well. But then it looks though as if they are going to go deep into A. But then Manan is going to take down 1, he's going to take down another as well, but no, Binary Bug is going to take down 2, and Ace is going to get 1, and all of a sudden it's all a 5v1 in favor of Team Invictus, and I guess they're going to get this one. But then Veerbhadra is going to stay on and try to take down Ace, and while Binary Bug is going to trade it down, and we have a round for Invictus as well.
And that is 1-1, and you also see the guns for Invictus right here. Team Iyati, after their first round victory, they just went full crazy with 2 AKs, 2 and a Mac-10,
exactly,
and they just gave it all to Team Invictus, and those are going to be valuable guns which they're going to be using in the third round of this game. And we see Iyati, they don't have a lot. They only have 4-spot pistols, a P250, 2 CZs, and
but then the utilities are there. We see 3 flashbangs coming out there, as well as 2 smokes in the form of Juven as well as Bonif. And let's see what they are going to execute right now. The smoke's being put on to Bananas. Let's see how it's going to pan out for them.
And we are going to be seeing Team Iyati, they are going to push a little bit towards A, while two players from the side of Team Iyati are going to be holding down bananas, waiting to see if Team Invictus are going to be pushing forward. And we're going to be seeing Ace with the Mac-10. He is going to be holding down short, and he will be able to spot a player, a glimpse of the player. But
and he actually managed to give him about 29 HP damage with that HE grenade. And let's see how it's going to pan out for them, because Bullet is making his way onto bananas, but then Ace has a clear idea that we have a couple of guys at archers as well as boiler. So he actually puts out the molly and tries to spot out if people are coming out there, while Ribby is actually holding his calm out there at the new box boost at B. But the bomb has already been made on to
they
archers.
need to be careful, because as they're rotating archers, the CT actually forget to check
this is going to be a brilliant play coming out there from Blackhawk. He actually spots the bomber, takes down slots as well, and now there's the bomb drop there for Team Iyati. It's going to be pretty hard for them to go and try to take the bomb and go on to B, which is what they are doing right now. And let's see how it's going to pan out, because Blackhawk takes down Bullet as well. The only guy who was at B till now is gone as well. But then we still have Blackhawk, who's going to take down Bondef as well. What is going on? They actually tried to execute that pretty well. It went on well until they got onto CT, which is when Blackhawk made that rotation that made the bomb drop, and he was able to get the guys at B as well.
And I believe mostly because from the side of Team Invictus, one of those guys was watching from library towards long, and once he heard some noise, he just backed off and gave out the call for the people
that was
at
actually
B.
Manan who was playing it.
And you saw the rotation being made towards the CT spawn, and he immediately got that kill onto the bomber, which just resulted in the strat for Team Iyati just going haywire. And we are going to be seeing Bond. He's going to be looking towards second mid, and we're going to be seeing the players Binary Bug and his friends just backing off, making sure that they don't lose that round, giving away their guns. But no, the Kobe Blackhawk with that HE grenade is going to be getting that kill onto slots, while Veerabhadra is going to be pushing towards mid, and we're going to be seeing Bullet. He is going to be making a little bit of noise, so their location has been known.
No, but the Binary Bug has a clear idea. There are some people at apps, so it's going to be that is really vital information in coming in for Team Invictus, because that is going to actually allow Ruby to push it on to bananas and probably try to backstab, or probably even wait at T base or something, so that they can actually spot out the guys from Iyati trying to make it on to B. And that is something really good, because he's held bananas right now, while people from Iyati are already at apps, and I think Binary Bug has a clear idea. But no, Blackhawk is going to get 2. He has a good chance of getting 3, but Manan is going to try and take down the trade, and he does. But then 15 HP is all he has. The last guy is going to be at apps, and I think Binary Bug is going to have a clear shot at him. He's going to go and he's going to peek and try to take him down with the help of a wall bang. Takes him down. That's 2 more rounds for Team Invictus. A 2-round lead coming out there. 3-1 is the scoreline right now.
And this is round number 5, and you see the previous round, Team Iyati, they did not have enough guns, but right now they are going to be leveling up the battlegrounds, and they are going to be getting themselves a lot of rifles right here. 4 AKs and 1 Galil, so that is something going their way, and we're going to be seeing the HE grenade throwing down in mid. That is going to be dealing a little bit of damage to Binary Bug, and you see Bullet right here. He is going to be holding down a really good angle at mid, so if there's going to be an op being peeked from the R side, he will be able to get an easy kill, but sadly there's no op. But we see Veerabhadra right here. He's going to be getting the kill onto Blackhawk, and that is going to be first blood drawn in round number 5. Ace is going to be looking towards mid, also keeping an eye onto boilers, and he does have his friend Binary Bug just watching apps, so that is something he does not have to worry about. And we do see the rotations being made by Team Iyati, and they are going to be going towards A.
I mean, yes, it looks though as if they are going to go on to A. They've actually tried to put on their smokes as well as their mollies onto B, which would have actually startled the guys at B. But then they still have a clear idea that the majority of Team Iyati are at A, because the sounds coming out there from UN as well as Slots have startled Ace over here, while Binary Bug is still at is right below carpet, is gonna try to spot out people over there. But then they still don't have much of time. They still have just about 40 seconds to make any move right now, because if it's going to go haywire, if it's not going to work out how it should be, it's going to be pretty hard for them. But then Ace is going to spot out both these guys. He's going to take down Slot. He's going to take down Bon F as well. And what is going on? And all of a sudden, it's all going to be a 3v1 in favor of Team Invictus, while the last guy is going to be at pit, and Ace is just going to go all in aggressive and take him down as well. That was a good round there. That was a smart play coming out there from Ace. He actually managed to spot 3 guys at carpet, managed to take down a couple of guys, and the last guy at pit as well. That was a quick play coming out there. They actually regrouped themselves pretty quick, and that eventually got them the round because of that.
And that was a really good play made by Ace, as you said, and he was going forward from pits towards the short side, and that was, you know, a really good timing, because once he started moving towards short, the people who were jumping around from abs, they saw that nobody were in pits, and Ace just caught them off guard with their pants down, and that resulted in 3 easy kills going their way. And we are going to be seeing Team Iyati. They are looking to execute A, maybe. They're just holding down mid control.
No, it's actually going to be pretty hard for them to, you know, execute an A, because look at that, a couple of nades coming out, they're gonna damage Bullet as well as Juven, but then they are forced onto the pistols. Then there's not much they can do over here. Oh, but then they smoke a quad, but Ace is gonna get down 2. He has a really good chance of getting 3, but then Bullet and his friend have already made it to arches, and probably they have just about 5 or 10 seconds to think about whether going on to A or B, and looks like they are gonna go on to A. You know, a hasty decision coming out there, but then we still have Ribi, who's making his way all the way from you know, library, trying to spot out the people, but then Veerabhadra is going to get a deal onto Ace, and now it's going to be a 2v2, and this is, you know, going to be really interesting, because Veerabhadra has a good angle, and Binary Bug is, you know, right below him, and it's going to be pretty tricky for him if he's going to go and you know, try to take the frag and go for the plant, because they clearly know that there is a guy at B, while you know, Binary Bug has given them his teammate vital information that a couple of guys are there over here at B, at A, I'm sorry, and he takes him down as well. So it's now left to Blackhawk to get this clutch right now, 2v1 against him. Can he actually clutch it out? The one good advantage is he's had full health and he's got a flashbang with him. And let's see whether this is going to work out for him. It's going to be pretty tricky, because there is a guy at side, there is a guy at Graveyard as well. The guy at Graveyard is going to get taken down, but then Bullet is going to trade it down, and that's another round there from Team Iyati after the pistol round. So that is a big break coming out there for them.
And Team Invictus, even though they have proven themselves to hold their ground in the CT side, Team Iyati right now have broken the impenetrable fortress that is Team Invictus, and maybe for the A side, Team Invictus are going to be playing it a little bit differently, and we are going to be seeing 3 people going towards B, while 2 people are going to be playing A. The HE grenades are going to be coming out from Binary Bug, trying to deal some damage. Will be able to tag a minuscule amount of damage to Veerabhadra and Bullet right there, but not nearly enough, and we're going to be seeing Manan. He is going to be smoking, the smoke is going to be there on Banana, just throwing down that Molotov, the incendiary grenade, sorry, so the push won't be there towards Bananas, and we are going to be
But then it looks though as if the push isn't being made over there from Team ARD. They are actually choosing to play it really safe, probably, you know, try to execute A, or, you know, whatever. They just want to, you know, execute it really slow, so that they don't really need to make any hasty decisions like they did in the last round. Even though it actually came out for them, it was actually, I would say, there was an amount of luck in the previous round that the angles were not right for Binary Bug, and that was something which didn't work out really well for them. But then I guess Blackhawk is making the rotation from B, and I guess they have an idea that it's going to be an A.
Well, he needs to be careful though, because there is going to be one person holding down Bananas, and we are going to be seeing Ace though. He's going to get taken down by Slots, and this might just be the breaking of the fortress, and we're going to be seeing people just jumping down. Binary Bug will be able to get that kill onto Slots, while Juven, he's going to be avenging his teammate by getting a kill onto Blackhawk, while Manan and Binary Bug will be able to hold down the site on their own.
But
and this
then
is going
it's
to be
a 3k coming out there for him. He's got every chance of taking Juven as well, because he's just 9 HP. He's got nowhere to go right now. The bomb has been dropped at A side, and this is going to be pretty tragical for Team Iyati if he's not going to do anything right now, because he's left with no other option, because Manan has a clear idea that it's going to be, I guess he's got an idea that the last guy is at pit, and Ribi is going to spot him down. He tries to tag him down, but he gets tagged for about 63 HP, but then Binary Bug gets a 4k as well, and what a round this is for Team Invictus.
And that was an actually cheeky play coming in from Team Invictus, because they knew that he was trapped in pits. Maybe they were just waiting for the clock to run down to get that kill, so he will not be able to gain any money out of that and also lose his gun. But sadly, he goes for the peak, and prematurely Team Invictus just take that kill, giving Team Iyati a little bit of money for themselves. But that is not going to matter this time because Team Iyati really do not have any guns at round number 8, and we do see a 3-round lead coming in from Team Invictus.
Oh, but then it's going to be Ribby who's going to take the first kill over here, because as you said in a couple of rounds before regarding the AWP play coming out there at mid, and that is something we just witnessed over here. While Manan is going to get traded out there, but Ribby is going to get down another as well, and Ace is making his way all the way from mid and trying to take down one guy, but Bondev is going to take a double. That's actually the first 2 kills for him. I mean, he just opened his account in the 8th round of this game, and I guess that is more to come. He's going to take down another as well. He's got 3 kills in this round, and all of a sudden it's now a 1v1. Can he actually clutch this?
And he does have an AWP, so I do believe if he finds a good vantage point, he will be able to clear out and make sure that the bomb is not going to get defused. So he has planted it for abs, and he is going to be going inside, and maybe he might make the rotation onto Boiler, you know, just catch a good angle, maybe catch the player coming out of mid off guard. But sadly,
but then Bondev is making the rotation all the way from carpet onto mid, and this is something really surprising because he's not he's actually trying to bait out Blackhawk by making him think that it is going to be an apartments plant, and I think he's going to fall for it, and rightly said, he falls for it, and Bondev's going to take that. What a game this is for Bondev. He wasn't actually contributing anything in terms of the kills in the first 7 rounds, and bang, he gets a 4K. It was a 1v4.
I'm telling you, man, that is the CZ's magic working, and that is just the tilt of balance in CSGO. The fact that even though you don't have your rifles, just those pistols, a Deagle, a P250, and even a CZ, that is enough in combination with utilities is enough to win you a round of CSGO.
And actually the tables have turned right now. We actually see Invictus going on to pistols. They are sticking to the default USPs, while we actually see Ribby going on for his armor as well as his CZ. So this is what it could do in just a span of 1 round. So it's now a 5v3, and I think Ribby is going to take down the first kill, and yes, he does. He's got to get that AK over here, and he managed to stack Bondev for a little bit, and let's see how it's going to pan out. Now it's a 5v4 in favor of Team Invictus, but I would not really say it's totally in their favor because they still don't have their guns except for Ribby.
And we are going to be seeing Bullet. He's just going to be holding down mid, making sure that they don't go for the pick over at mid, because there are 2 people at A, and it seems as though they are going to be playing near abs, playing near the pit area, and they're going to be seeing 3 people from the side of Team Iyati. They are going to be making the rotations. The flash is going to be there in bananas, maybe, you know, creating a distraction and giving out a false call for Team Invictus maybe. But we are going to be seeing Binary Bug. He is going to catch out Slots off guard. He was looking at the wrong direction, and we are going to be seeing Manan making the rotation, and he will be able to spot out Bondev. It seems as though the corners are non-existent for Team Iyati because they are not checking that, and they are getting paid dearly for their mistakes. And we are going to be seeing Ace. He is going to be holding down the side. It's a 2 versus 5, and we are going to be seeing Ace with just a USP. Bullet is going to be taking down Binary Bug over at abs, and Ace, though, he is going to be, you know, just holding down.
He's actually throwing aside, and it's going to be pretty easy for him. But no, Bullet's going to spot him out and take him down as well. And Manan's going to trade out Veerbhadra for that. And it's now a 3v1. But then the bomb has been planted. That is some money coming out there for him, for for Team Iyati. So that is not going to really burn their holes in their pockets right now, because they will be getting for the plant as well. So that is going to ensure them a good buy coming out there for the next round.
But then again, Team Invictus this time around, they were the ones with just CZs and pistols.
Exactly.
And they managed to get that round, and they managed to farm up some weapons. So, you know, that's not a lot of money getting wasted by Team Invictus, and that is something crucial going their way. And you see it right there. Team Iyati right now, they are going for the pistols. They're not even trying to go for a force SMG buy. And you see the economy right there. Even though they have enough money to go for SMGs, they choose to play it safe. They choose to go for the pistols, and
no, it's actually better if they are going on to pistols, because if they are going to lose this round, it's going to be really dear on them in the next round. So they're not really willing to take any risk out here. Probably try to get about a couple of rounds maybe after that. So they are going to go on to their pistols. We see 5 deagles coming out there and 2 flashbangs over there for Yuvin as well as Slots. But then we still have Bullet. I mean, is he going to have the angle right now? There's just 2 people right next to each other. He's going to take that one, but then Binary Bug is going to trade him out. And Slots actually spots a couple of guys at Bananas. It's quite unlucky. He's not able to connect any of those shots onto Blackhawk and I guess Manan.
Well, the smokes have been put down in banana, so Blackhawk does not have information that they will be rotating towards mid, and we are going to be seeing an even amount of people. But since Team Iyati does not have any rifles, it's just going to be deagles versus rifles right here, and let's see which is going to prevail. Manan is going to be making his rotation towards A. He is going to be holding down the A side, while Blackhawk, he is still paranoid. He does not know if Team Iyati is going to change their strat.
I mean, but then
and come to B.
it is actually a good spot to get the info over here where Blackhawk is right now. So even if he's going to get taken down at the moment, you can always expect another person from A to go for the rotations, but then I don't think that is going to be necessary, because it looks though as if Iyati are going to push it onto A. Oh my god, Binary Bug is going to spot 2 and 3, he's going to take down 3, but then Pondem is going to take him down. That was a trade, but then that is going to go right on to Team Invictus, but that was a bad trade coming out there. That flash actually blinded all the 3 people coming out there from Boilers, and that actually allowed Binary Bug to take those 3 kills, and probably he could have taken the 4th as well if it wasn't for the ammo.
And that was, a really good feat of spray control and spray transfer actually, because he just held down the trigger and he made sure that 3 people who were right in front of him just died, and that is something which amounts to his skill. And we are going to be seeing Team Iyati, they are going to be going.
And finally, we are going to see a round where both the teams have full bars, and that is something which we have been waiting for the last 4-5 rounds, and finally we are going to see that. And as you were saying, they are going to actually try to split it out for the first time in about
forever. Because
exactly.
Team Iyati has always been going towards A, maybe just making a little bit of noise and be trying to go for a kill or 2, but they've always gone for A. And this time around, it seems as though the bomb is going to be near banana, and okay, maybe this time also they're going to be going towards A. While Bullet, though, he needs to be careful, and we're going to be seeing Slots. He is just trying to peek over at carpet. The smoke has been put down, so he does not have an idea that there is going to be a player over outside in the carpet, and we're going to be seeing Bullet. He is going to be holding a really tight angle, waiting to see if there's going to be any player from Invictus cocky enough to go for the peek, but sadly that is not going to be the case. Manan is going to be holding down that incendiary grenade and making sure that he has enough time to throw it onto mid if they're going to be making the push, and it seems as though that is going to be the case, because
we actually see it's going to be an A execute again.
And it seems as though Team Iyati has it working.
But then the molly coming out, the incendiary coming out there from Manan is going to damage a little bit of Iyati's player, but then that is not going to stop Juven from taking out Binary Bug, who was holding on Pit for a long time successfully, but then Ace is going to try to take down a couple of guys over here. He takes down one. He is going to fall to Bullet right now, and for the first time after a long time, we're going to see a plan coming out there from Team Iyati, and there you go. They have a really good firm control on A side right now. Both the guys coming out there from B. Blackhawk being taken down by Veerabhadra, and the last guy coming out there from the library. He's actually trying to make it back and probably
save the op.
Exactly.
Well, he has to do that, because Ribby, if you look at his money, he only has around $2,800, and I don't believe that even if they lose that round, they will not be able to buy
really won't
the next
be
round.
having enough to go for an op, so I think that's actually a wise decision to go on for the save. But I think Iyati are not just going to let him save just like that, because we actually see Veerabhadra trying to hunt him down, and I guess Ribby has a good angle. So if he is going to go right onto his crosshair, probably Veerabhadra is going to lose that.
But sadly,
well. That wasn't the case. Like
I mean, they'd rather let him have that op than lose another player and give them that extra money. Because if he did get that kill, $100 maybe, they could have bought enough utilities to go for the next round, which could have been used in the next round. And we are going to be seeing a buy from Invictus. Nonetheless, they have forced it, and they are going to be poor if they're going to be losing this round. And
but then, even though Iyati had won that round, they don't really look great in terms of their economy, and they're not really, probably they are going to go on to their utilities. They're going to rely on that this time around, and I'm really wanting them to go and try to pick up a fight at B, but no, Ribby is going to take down Yuan, so that by default is going to push Team Iyati back, and they're going to put that on the back foot. And let's see how it's going to pan out right now, because the rotation's being made there from Ribby. He's making his way onto CD. He's actually making his way onto A.
Well, we are going to be seeing Slots though. He is going to be holding down the backside and making sure that there's no backstab attempts coming in from Team Invictus right there. And we are going to be seeing Team Invictus though. They need to be really careful because they do have a lot to lose. Ribi though, with that initial frag right there, with that off which he saved in the previous round, you know, that was a good redemption for him. That was
that actually worked out for him. So I guess that is something they really planned it out. And which is why they were able to get that first pick onto Team Iyati, and I think that is going to work out pretty well right now, because even though Team Invictus have an advantage right now, the bomber is still at bananas, and let's see how it's going to pan out for them. And probably they are going to go on to be a lot of distractions being made there from Team Iyati, and I think and look at that, the Ribi's already made his way on to B as well. This time he's going on to CT. However, how is this going to go? Oh my God, they're actually making Team Invictus get fully confused over here. But Bondef is oblivious to the fact that Blackhawk is at the new box, but then that is not going to really help him out as he takes him down as well. The bomb is being planted. There wasn't much of time, but then he was able to make sure the bomb had been planted at that time. And now it's all going to be a 4v4 right now. Let's see how it's going to pan out for Team Invictus. Can they actually get this retake over here? Because there are a couple of guys who are, not really full on health, and
well, the first time which Team Iyati decided to go to B, and they are doing it phenomenally well, even though they just lost Bondef right there. You're going to be seeing Binary Bug and Ribi just trying to go for the push onto the side, and they will be able to get 3 kills, and they need to be careful. The op though, that is going to be clearing it out and getting the kill onto Bullet, while Ace, he is just going to be going for the defuse. And I mean, that was a really good play.
That was a good teamwork coming out there from Team Invictus. Even though Manan was, he was just 1 HP at that moment, they decided to just go on aggressive, try to give each other cover, and that really worked out really well. And the guy from Bananas had no clue what was coming right in front of him, as, just Ace just went on to defuse, while Ribi with that op was playing phenomenally well.
And that was a really good round being executed by Team Invictus. Team Iyati, you have to give props to them because they did attempt to go for B. And we are going to be seeing Ribi though with that op. He's going to try to go for the peak. And the Molly really not doing any damage. Bond F sadly missed that Molly by an inch's breadth. And that really did not land behind that wooden plank. And we're going to be seeing Slots though. He is going to be holding down mid. And he is going to be revealing himself by firing those shots from his
He's actually trying out the pre-fires, trying to take the the places where the people actually peek from. So that really did not work out for him, because we as we actually saw, we don't see much of Team Invictus going on all aggressive while handling it at A, because usually they are going to go on to just have 2 people at the start of the round. So they really did not want to get more people and try to put the pressure on them, because B was anyways it was clear for most of the time. So I guess that is what they are trying to think right now.
And this is looking to be really hard for Team Iyati, because they are doing this execute pretty slowly, so that allowed enough time for Team Invictus to have around 4 people rotate. And we're going to be seeing Manan, that rotation did pay off, and he will be able to get a kill onto Yuvan, while there is just like 3 people just go down just like that. And we're going to be seeing Team Iyati under the back foot, and this is going to be a 1 versus 3 situation, and Veerabhadra is going to be trapped over at Boiler. And
I'm really surprised, because we saw a lot of clutches coming out there from Team Iyati, and I think Veerabhadra has every chance of doing that, because we actually saw a 1v4 coming out there from Bond F, and this is going to be a pretty tight angle for Binary Bug as well as Veerabhadra. They haven't spotted each other yet, and I guess it's about time where Binary Bug actually spots out Veerabhadra. The call has been given, but just 3 seconds left. He really can't do anything. But then he is just going to go and save. But then he just missed that by a kitten's whisker. Just 30 HP is what he got. He, however, managed to save that AK. I mean, that was quick presence of mind, I would say.
I mean, if he got killed right there, things would have been looking really bad for Team Iyati, because they did not get the bomb plant and the time was running out. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is round number 14, and Invictus have a significant 5-round lead over Team Iyati. Not really a stomp per se, but Team Invictus have proved themselves to be a better team over at the CG side in this map, Inferno.
I mean, the timeout has come at the right time, I would say, for Team Iyati, because it's just the 14th round of this game, and after that we just have one more for the half, and that is a good time to take a time, or probably try to break the flow coming out there from Team Invictus, try to start out what was going wrong, and probably I guess they will be working on it, and I think they actually have a good they are one of the top teams, I would say, and I guess they have everything that it takes to stop Team Invictus, and I think if they are going to get the next 2 rounds, it may be a pretty easy comeback. They can actually initiate a good comeback into the second half, I would say.
And we are going to be seeing the Incendiary onto Bananas just holding down a push, and we are going to be seeing Iyati actually, I don't know what they're thinking. They might just turn back around and go to A, but it seems as though this is going to be a B execute, and we are going to be seeing Blackhawk. He is going to be getting the kill onto Veerabhadra, and that is going to be one person going down for Team Iyati, and it seems as though they are getting the nerves. They are trying to go back, and they are essentially sandwiched in Banana. It seems like Invictus have not really rotated people from A onto mid yet, but that is going to be the case if they still stay here in Banana for a while longer, and we're going to be seeing A is just holding down that angle.
No, but then I guess they are going to go and try to push it on. I'm not really sure about that, because we still don't see any rotation being taken place by Team Invictus. Probably they are kind of cocky because it wasn't their buy round, but then Ace is getting a lot of damage coming out there. Blackhawk is going to assist him, and oh my god, what is going on? That's 3 kills for Blackhawk. He was able to make sure that they were just enough for taking out Iyati, and if you notice, there wasn't a single rotation that was going to take place even when the fight was going on, and that is actually that actually sums it up.
That is a good response coming in from Team Invictus. Maybe the fortress over at A is pregnable by Team Iyati, but over at B, you cannot go through Blackhawk and my friend Ace. That is the statement which has been put down by Team Invictus, and they are staying true to that. And we're going to be seeing the Molly coming out over at mid, and we're going to be seeing Manat. Oh my god, has a really good angle on the second mid and gets 3 kills, and that is going to be 3 people going down for Team Iyati. And we're going to be seeing Rippy though. He is going to go forward over at mid, and Blackhawk, he's just going to be holding down Bananas. He needs to be careful. If he goes through that smoke, he might just die, and we have Ace right here essentially sandwiching Veerabhadra right there, and it seems as though Bondef will be able to get that kill onto Manan. So this is going to be a 4 vs 2, but still an advantage for Team Invictus, and let's see if Blackhawk will be able to get that kill onto the guy lurking over at Banana.
No, but then I guess Ace is going to take him down over here. A lot of bot shots coming out there from both these people, but Ace was able to get that. A beautiful shot coming out there from Blackhawk. He takes down Veerabhadra, who was actually unsuspecting that someone would be coming out from CT. And here we go, and it's just 11-4 in favor of Team Invictus. A dominant lead, I would say. 7 rounds is not just it's not a lead which is going to really affect Team Iyati, because if they are going to get the first 2 rounds, especially the pistol and the coming round after that, that would actually make their job a little bit easier, I would say.
Well, this is gonna be a really different matchup, because the way these are being played for Team Invictus is gonna be completely different from how they played over at the CT side, because they proved themselves to be an impregnable fortress over the CT side, but right now they have to be the vanguard of the spear, else they will not be able to go through Team Iyati. But it seems as though the rotations being made by Team Iyati is a little bit too hasty, and we see the 4 people right there from Team Invictus. They are going to be making sure, and they do spot out a guy over at Carpet, and Blackhawk is going to be the vanguard of this push, and let's see if he will be able to get a kill or 2. And we're going to be seeing Slots though.
My
he
god,
needs to be careful.
He is in a good angle. The flash coming out, but no, he just gets 1 kill. He had a really good angle. If the flash had fully hit all the 4 people, that would have been Iyati's round right from that minute. So that was not supposed to be the case apparently, and let's see how it's going to pan out for them, because it's still a 4v4. There is an equal chance of Iyati pulling it back from here, because even though we have 4 of the people from Invictus making their way onto it, Iyati's Bullet is going to take down 1. A lot of shoulder picks coming out there from both these people, but Bullet emerging the victor in that, and let's see what is going to happen, because we still have Bondef who's just waiting at B side if there is any rotation coming out there. But no, it looks though as if they are making their way from the apps, so I'm just waiting to see how it's going to pan out for them.
Well, they could use Bullet right here. The flashes are going to be there, and Ribby and his friends are going to be making their move. But sadly, they're going to be met with a lot of smokes. But Blackhawk, though, he does not care. He gets a kill onto Badaf and Bullet. And we're going to be seeing Ribby, though. He is going to be closing down the last person over at A side. And that is going to be the plant being made. So the rotations are going to be made from the arch side. And we're going to be seeing Blackhawk. Let's see if he's going to be able to spot him out as they are trying to move forward.
But then Yuvan is in a really tough situation because it was a 1v2 against him, and that really did not, fizzle out pretty well for his favor because it was Blackhawk who got that kill. He got the, the most important kills in that round. He just went down, took the entry frags, he just jumped down, he took down a couple of guys as well. And that was, the turning point of the game, even though I felt like Iyati had upper hand in that round. Blackhawk's quick frags onto A side's players was really the turning point.
I felt like Team Iyati just made the rotations towards B side way too soon. If they just held down A side, once they knew that a bunch of people were going to be there, they could have probably won that round. But sadly, they just hastily made the rotations towards B side, and you saw that right there. The last person to get killed from Team Iyati was making his way from arch side, and if he was maybe over at the A side,
no, I really felt that
he might have gotten a kill.
Exactly, because I actually felt the moment you peek and you find a person, you just have to go inside because you're not even on your rifles, you're just on your pistols, man. So that is something they really overextended, and that is something that was really not necessary. And we actually see Ribby going on with that MP fire along with Ace, and I guess they are getting a little cocky out there.
And we are going to be seeing Ace. He is going to be catching Bullet off guard and gets an easy kill. And we are going to be seeing the game slowly tilt towards Invictus' side, because this is going to be a 2 versus 5. And Ribby, though, he does not care. He's just going to try to get that kill, and he is pretty low. So he is going to be making sure that he does not die without Vayne. And let's
it really doesn't matter because it's going to be a 5v1 again, and Bondov is just with his P250, and it's going to be pretty hard for him to clutch this out because he doesn't even have a kit, and rightly said, Ribby is going to take him down even though he was just about 28 HP.
And maybe MP5 is the new meta, because it seems to be working for them. And MP5, personally, I would not go for that over the AMP because it does not deal as much damage. But I believe the fire rate
makes sense because any gun with a silencer is going to reduce the damage, which it intends to. So that is something which is not really helpful if you want to go for a damage. Probably if you want to be a sneaky kind of person, a stealthy kind of person, where your marker is not going to get it's not going to get focused on the radar. You could probably go on for the MP5, which I don't think is going to be the case in terms of the competition we are going to see right now.
And it seems as though Invictus, the SMGs which were bought in the previous round, have not been upgraded for rifles, and it seems as though they're just going to be using those SMGs to form up Team Iyati once more. So in the next round, they will have enough money to go bat some other word crazy.
I really think there's no need for them to upgrade to their to their rifles because it anyway seems to work out for them with these SMGs. So I don't see a reason why you need to replace them with your rifles or your ops and try to go on, and because it may really not work out your way. So I guess it's probably that they prefer to stay
their preference
that way.
And we are going to be seeing Binary Bug, though he needs to be careful. He actually gets on top of the apartments and gets that kill onto Yuvan, even though Yuvan managed to spot him out before. And he needs to be careful as he tries to go towards Boiler. And we are going to be seeing Manan, though that is a 2 versus 1, and he will be able to get that kill onto Badaf and follows that up with a kill onto Slot, and maybe a 3rd person, but no, Veerabhadra is going to be getting that kill onto Manan. And this is going to be a costly play for Team Iyati because they know A site is going to be the only place where the CT's presence is going to be there. And we're going to be seeing Bullet, though he is going to be missing the first shot, and he's going to be revealing his position, and that is going to be Ace getting that kill onto Bullet, and that is going to be round number 18, 14-4, a 10-round lead for Team Invictus.
I actually feel that it's beyond
repair.
Yeah, exactly.
Beyond repair.
The damage has already been done. If you actually realize how they were playing in the first few rounds, It wasn't even really their actual play. I mean, they were just going out all defensive, just holding the sides and not making rotations where it was necessary. But then if you actually see how it's going on right now, they're going all out aggressive. They really don't care about where the people are going to, probably if Iyati is going to stack. No, they really don't. They really don't care about that. They're just going on all out aggressive. The mollies, the incendiaries, the flashes, the utilities in general are not even being used there by Team Invictus, and which is what is going to, that actually reflects their morale as well. They are really feeling pumped up and they really think they can actually close it out in about a couple of rounds. And we actually saw a timeout coming out there from Team Iyati, probably a bit too late, I would say.
A bit too late, but necessary nonetheless. And we are going to be seeing Team Invictus. They are going to be making their move. And it seems as though this time they are going to be going towards banana. No, maybe not. They're just being congested there, making sure they make enough noise so they make their rotations towards A. And we are going to be seeing Ewan. This time around though, it seems as though Team Iyati has enough guns, has enough rifles. Well, maybe the FAMAS is not, the most preferred rifle, but
what a shot there from Veerabhadra. He's going to take down two of them with that one shot from the off, and Human's going to take down Manan as well. The trade's coming out there, and all of a sudden, it's going to be an A for Team Invictus, I guess, because but then they are actually falling back, and I don't know what the idea is. Probably they are going to go for a rotation, I guess.
Well, nonetheless, it seems as though Team Invictus can go towards A, because it seems as though Team Iyati thinks they might rotate towards B, and it's just a lot of mind games being played, and we are going to be seeing a lot of utilities still in the hands of Team Invictus, so they will still be able to make enough plays if necessary. And one flash was used, and we're going to be seeing Bullet. He is going to be throwing down that smoke right there, making sure that he does not get surprised, and we are going to be seeing the mind games upon mind games as they're trying to make their rotation towards A. And we are going to be seeing Bullet,
I'm not really sure how it's going to work out for Team Invictus, because they still have about a couple of guys from Team Iyati a day, so I'm really skeptical about how this is going to work out for Team Invictus, but the smoke has been put over there at near arches, so there's a clear idea that it's going to be an A. While Slots is going to take down Ribby, and it's going to be binary bug against three of the guys from Iyati. But then 7 seconds is all he has. He's going to go and plant the bomb, and he is going to make the plan. But then it's not going to work out for him, because it's going to be Bond who's going to take him down as well as that round. And it's one round coming out there for Team Iyati. It's 14-5 in favor of Team Invictus, just a 9-round lead.
And Team Invictus, they really they must have lost a lot of morale. They must be crying right now, or something equivalent to that, because Team Iyati, even though they did not have the most refined guns in their side, they still managed to beat them just because they predicted the plays being made, the rotations being made by Team Invictus. And we are going to be seeing a split actually this time around. It's not like 5 people congested over at Bananas, and we are going to be seeing the Molly though coming in from Team Iyati. That is going to be dealing a little bit of damage too.
But then it's more about the damage. It's not more about the damage, but it's actually stopping them from rushing into mid or taking the control of mid. But that is something that really worked out for them, as we are going to see the bomber as well as a couple of guys from Team Invictus making their way on a mid as well as second mid, while Ace has already made his way onto apps, and let's see how it's going to work out. He's trying to spam it out where I think Ewan is, and I think that's not actually working out for them as well.
The carpet wallbang is something which is kind of underrated, but we are going to be seeing a binary bug though. He is trying to fire away at that wall. The walls are really thin over there, and we are going to be seeing Manan though. He is going to be holding down mid, just making sure that he does not get surprised from quad.
But then I'm really surprised to see that a couple of guys from Iyati are already at a site, and that is something which was really not, we really didn't see much of that from either Team Iyati as well as Invictus, because we actually saw a guy from Arches, a guy from site, and the other one from carpet, and this is something really weird coming out there. But then we are going to see the bomb going to be transported onto B right now. We see 4 of Team Invictus's players onto Bananas, and let's actually see how it's going to work out for them, because we are just 30 seconds away from the end of the round, but we still haven't seen a first blood being drawn over here from any of these players.
And we are going to be seeing Ace though. He is still going to be playing over near A side, making sure that if there is going to be a rotation coming in from Team Iyati, he is going to be able to catch them off guard. And we are going to be seeing them realizing this is going to be a B execute, since there is no time left. 10 seconds remaining on the clock, and we are going to be seeing Bondev sprays through the smoke and gets the kill, and it's gonna be a 1 versus 3, but the time is running out and Ace is gonna be alive.
He's far away.
But sadly, he's gonna be in CT spawn and he's really not gonna be able to salvage anything out of that. Not really getting any gold because the time ran out that the bomb had not
Because
been
I really felt that they wasted a lot of time in deciding whether to go and execute the mollies and smokes, and I think that is where that really allowed Iyati to regroup. But they had a lot of time to make the rotations as well, and that is when we actually saw Bondev coming out and putting out the molly and taking a couple of kills as well, and that is something which should have come a little bit earlier. But then it's never too late, I would say.
Well, we are going to be seeing Banana, though, a lot of damage being done. Banana is going to be at the forefront and takes a little bit of damage. And we are going to be seeing Team Invictus, though. They are going to be playing with 4 pistols and 1 rifle, which Ace, by the way, in the last round saved, because he could not go ahead and sacrifice that little bit of resource that he had. And we are going to be seeing Ace, though. He is going to be priming up the smoke. Let's see how exactly this is going to go and land. Well, we are going to be seeing Bullet right here. He is going to be holding down the Banana area, just priming up his smoke, waiting to see if he needs to put that down. But sadly, he realizes that the rotation is not going to be made towards B, and it in fact is going to be an A execute coming in from Team Invictus, and they are going to be a little bit slow as Ribby, though. He is going to be getting the kill onto Slots and catches that AK for himself, and Blackhawk, he is going to be catching down Ewan, just strafing about and catches him off guard and gets that kill with a headshot. And we're going to be seeing Ribby, though, and we see right to Ace, and he's going to be spraying through that smoke and deals a lot of damage. But then
Bullet is making his way from mid, and I guess they still have a little bit of chance over here because Bondev is just 34 HP, and that's not really going to work out for him if they are really going to try it out right now, because Ribby is going to already tag him, but then he is taking damage from the molly, and I don't know, it's really going to be really tight because both of them have the kits as well, and it's going to be Ribby who's going to take down a couple of kills over here, and that is going to make Invictus get into match point. It's going to be 15-6 for Team Invictus. Are they going to close it down? That is just something we just need to wait and watch, because I really think Iyati can get about 3 or 4 more rounds if they are going to go in the way they are going right now.
Well, I do believe Invictus can totally go ahead and close the game with this round, because Team Iyati does not have enough money for a full slotted buy. We are going to be seeing 2 pistols, 2 SMGs and 1 rifle, and none of them are the most advanced, the best rifle in the game. Like maybe not an M4, they settle for a FAMAS, and maybe the UMS might be the game changer, but sadly that might not be the case, because Team Invictus has 4 AKs and 1 M4, and we're going to be seeing Ace, though. He's going to be taking a lot of damage, and Bullet is going to be making his way towards Banana. He is going to be getting caught out, and he catches Blackhawk off guard, and we're going to be seeing Ribby, though. He's going to go for the exchange and gets that kill onto Veerabhadra, and we're going to be seeing right to Ace just holding down Banana, playing it really slow.
I mean, it's going to be pretty hard for Team Iyati because they still have Bullet, who is just 19 HP, and as you just saw, Slots getting tagged over there for 52 HP. He's just 48 right now. It's going to be pretty hard for Team Iyati to hold it down, because it's going to be really hard. It's still a 4v4, however, but then I would really say it's going to be advantage Team Invictus because of their health as well as their rifles as well.
And you see the amount of utility that the Team Invictus have. Team Iyati, even though they do have enough utilities to hold on aside, I don't think they have nearly enough to actually go for an execute, because they are playing the CT side, and we're going to be seeing B side being guarded by just 1 player.
But then that is going to backfire for them, because we actually see all the 4 of Team Invictus making their way on a Banana. So I guess Bullet is going to send something wrong over here. He throws the molly, but then Ace is going to get a little bit tagged over there from the molly, but then the rotations are being made there, and Bondev is going to take down 1. He had a really good angle to take down 2 or 3 as well, but the flash coming on, blinding 2 of them, and Bullet and Bondev are going to get down another as well, and Ribby is the last guy alive. He's going to be in a situation which really did not work out for him as well, and the time was running out, and that was another round for Iyati as well. 8 rounds is what the difference is between both these teams, and I think if this is going to be the way Iyati are going to play, if they're going to really step up the game like they just did in the last 2-3 rounds, I guess they have a really good chance of forcing that
making it
overtime.
Yeah. Well, they certainly do, but I don't think that is going to be the case. And if you ask why I think so, I think it is because the rotations coming in from Team Iyati were just close enough to close the last round in their favor. But before this, whenever there was a rotation to be made from B to A, though,
but look at that. I mean, I guess it's kind of some jinx, I guess, because the moment you were telling about the utilities and all of that, we saw the nades coming out, falling right on to the 4 people of Team Invictus who were there at, bananas, tagging a lot of them. In fact, I mean, reducing them to a mere, half HP, as well as making Binary Bug just about 6 HP.
And you see it right there, they need to be really careful because the utilities are not yet done for Team Iyati. And we are going to be seeing Ace, he is going to be going forward through the smoke, probably. But it seems as though this is a mistake which Team Invictus is making again and again.
I guess a couple of volleys over here is going to really, stop it down for them.
And they're too slow to actually execute whenever they're trying to go to B. And you see this right here, they were a little bit too slow and it allowed Team Iyati to just regroup. And we're going to be seeing the rotations being made right now. But this time around, they have managed to get the bomb plant probably over. Okay, they have gotten the bomb plant right here, and we are going to be seeing Veerabhadra and his friends making the rotations. But Team Invictus, they are all really low. It is going to be even
all of them are below 50 HP, which is going to be really hard for them to, take this, make sure that they are not going to retake that. And as I say, that Claus is going to take down Binary Bug, but then Ruby is going to get taken down as well. He's just left 2 people, which is going to be Ace as well as Manan, and they are going to take down a couple of guys as well. It's going to be Ace against 2 of these guys, but the trade is being taken down there, and it's going to be Veerabhadra who's going to prevail, and Iyati is going to get one more round on the bag.
And that was quite an amazing play being made by Team Iyati right there. And as I was saying, Team Invictus, whenever they're trying to go towards B, they're just too slow to execute. They just allow enough time for Iyati to actually realize that they're coming to A, which is coming to B, which is allowing the rest of the team who are in A to actually rotate back from CT towards B. And that is something which has not been working out for Team Invictus. And I think that if they're trying to make their break over this game, they probably have to go for an A execute.
But then it's going to be Invictus who are onto their pistols right now, 3 250s as well as 2 CZs. So that's going to be pretty hard for them to actually work out, because we still see a full buy coming out there. Not really a full buy coming out there from Iyati, but we still see about 4 rifles as well as an AWP. So that is going to be advantage Iyati right now. But then we actually see Invictus sticking out. We see 4 of them sticking on to mid, and I think this is going to probably pan out for them if they are going to make the execution pretty fast. And we actually see them splitting on, 2 of them going on for archers and 2 going on for, and we see 3 of them going on for boilers. It's actually working out for them, because Black Hawk as well as Binary Bug are going to get down 2 and 1 kill again, and Manan's going to take down 1 as well. So this is really working out for them, and the bomb is going to get planted right now, and this is really going to be amazing, because this is the last guy alive for Team Iyati. Can he clutch it down? But no, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. 16-8 is the scoreline which Invictus took to beat Team Iyati, and here we are, the second finalist of today's game.
And you know what? Even though I am really hyped about this game, I believe that the next game in this series, which is going to be the finals between 2EZ Gaming and Team Invictus right here, that is going to be one hell of a game to watch. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations Team Invictus. Team Iyati, they did put up a really good fight, especially at the second half. And you know what? I believe that this was one of the best games of CSGO which I've seen. Best game where a lot of rotations being made actually made good sense, and a really good execution made by both the teams, and which just
exactly. I mean, we actually saw a quality game coming out there from both these teams. And speaking about quality, I'm really pumped up to know when we are gonna witness 2EZ Gaming take on Invictus, because the schedule for the finals will be announced after discussions with the finalist teams. So I guess that is that is something we really need to wait for, and I am really pumped up for that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is NESC 2018. And we have yet one more game for you guys, and that is going to be one hell of a show between 2EZ and Team Invictus. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in a few, in a good time span, in a defined time span, and just grab yourself some popcorn, make it ready, and we'll see you soon.